Ndị be anyị ndewonu. Ọ bụ Ada Igbo na-ekwu na Igbo Media. N'Igbo Media, anyị na-ewetara unu ọtụtụ ozi gbasara ihe na-emegasị na Biafra land, n'ala Igbo na mba ndị ọzọ. N'ụbọchị nke taata, o nwere ihe bịara n'iru akwụkwọ anyị nke anyị ga-agụpụtara unu n'ụbọchị taa. Anyị gụpụtachaa ya, unu egee ya ka ọha n'uju. Ị ga-esie ya, ị drọpụọla your comment, like kwa this our video and gbasakwa ya ka o ruo ụmụnna anyị n'ebe dị iche iche arụ. Ozi anyị wetara unu tata si n'aka otu nwanne anyị nwoke, a Biafra activist. Dịka o si wetara ya ozi ya n'iru akwụkwọ, ọ dere sị: Breaking news: world leaders has endorsed Biafra freedom. CPC US Senate needs to move Biafra recognition motion. Nigeria government in panic. Ya bụ ozi ka anyị ji bịa tata na Igbo Media. Ị ga-esi ya bụ ozi, gbaa mbọ gwa anyị eche ma mekwa ka ozi alụta ụmụnna anyị n'ebe dị iche iche aka. Ngwa gere ya ka ọha n'uju.
It is a hatred that is rising once again, and Britain must defeat it once again.
Gary, is it an attack on Britain and our values?
Yes, it is. The Jews are simply the first. After they've got the Saturday people, they will go for the Sunday people. That's an old expression, and particularly militant Islamists, Islamic fundamentalists, their next target is the Christian community. We witnessed in Nigeria what really is a genocide, with fundamentalist Islamists murdering Christians. And that is what will happen in future once they feel they have dealt with the Jews. They're going to turn their attention to the Christians next. First the Saturday people, then the Sunday people.
Gary, you can see it across your face. It's completely understandable, the emotion that you're flooded with this evening. And can you just describe that to me? Is it a combination of just sadness, but also just anger and frustration?
You've summed it up exactly. It's tremendous frustration with government that we have seen a government that's allowed itself to do nothing, essentially. Keir Starmer's words are all very well, but what action has he taken? What action has the government ministers taken? That is why there's so much disappointment.
Mr. Speaker, I rise today to bring attention to the tragedy Christians in Nigeria are experiencing. The deadly terrorist organization Boko Haram is trying to eliminate the Christian faith from Nigeria. This is the same terrorist group that kidnapped dozens of young schoolgirls and burned innocent civilians alive in cages. According to reports, over 3.5 million people have been forced to flee their homes. 3 churches are destroyed every single day. 7,000 Christians were massacred this year alone, and the faithful must now meet in secret or in burnt-out sanctuaries. Sadly, the world is turning a blind eye to the plight of Christians in Nigeria. There are no embedded journalists covering the violence. There are not daily updates. Politicians around the world are not asked questions about how they will respond. We cannot ignore this violence and tragic loss of life. We must speak out and shine a light on what's happening so that people can donate to relief efforts and provide support to those displaced by violence. To my brothers and sisters in Christ, we know you know the power of prayer. We will not forget you. Stay strong. Keep the faith.
Mr. We have been deceived so much that these people. Since APC came into I told you they hijacked Nigeria. This is not our culture. This security. What is that covenant the APC has with these terrorists that they don't want to tell us? They gave you much about terrorizing Nigeria. Up to today, they are Buhari did not mention them. Tinubu did not mention them. So what is going on? Okay. But whenever they want to catch police, they will look for somebody in the southeast. IPOP. Okay. IPOP, the indigenous people of Biafra. Is that a terrorist organization?
All right, let's move this conversation to Ambassador Roy.
How do you make such a speech without dwelling seriously on insecurity? Mr. Okura Moses, do you remember that whenever any president is being sworn in, he swore to protect life and property? That is the major issue they came to do to the people. To protect life and property. If you have failed on this particular major duty, please, what other progress are you talking about? Look at Nigeria. We are now sharing governance with the terrorists. And nobody thinks it is important. So, how can you make progress where there is insecurity? Mention one particular country in the whole wide world where you have ever made progress with insecurity, bedeviling you. It can never happen. So all this speech is all about defeat, because it is not possible for Nigeria to make progress with this insecurity. It's not possible. It can never happen. Except the president addressing this insecurity, he's wasting his time. Next year, he will still do another speech. But you will not tell Nigerians why the government is sharing power with terrorists. I mean, sharing power. They now decide what to do and what not to do. They tell Nigerian government what they want and they will comply. They give you their names. You can't even pronounce it. President Tinubu was quick to mention IPOB and ESN in the settings, but this other people did not. He didn't call their names out. He had never, since he came into office. These Fulani men that are terrorizing farmers, he has never called out their name one day. Can you compare IPOB and what they are fighting for and what people are doing to us? Can you compare it? So when you have not identified the problem, how can you solve it? How can you solve it? Every year, the same rhetoric.
Good day, sir. Viewers, if you are watching, click on the like button as you are watching now. Drop your comment on this program and also share this program to others. U.S. Senator raises a motion to disintegrate Nigeria. What do you have to say about this?
Well, it didn't come as a surprise. There has been developments regarding that over time. But what we want, they want to state clearly at this point in time is that Nigeria has become a country of concern. The senators and the Republicans met, in Oval Office with the President of the United States of America about a few hours ago, and there was this deliberation that was going on how Nigeria is going to be disintegrated because it has become a country of concern. Even though the federal government of Nigeria have come out to actually, deny, anything like that, but are they actually sincere to themselves? And most of those things we are hearing from the Oval Office, right from the Washington DC, is that IPOB is not a terrorist organization and they are not linked to anything terrorist anywhere in the world. As you continue to watch this video, you continue to see on that in the background, where you continue to see visible engagement and activities, of IPOB all over the world. So Nigeria is actually making mockery of themselves because definitely it has backfired. It is going to be a wider jubilation and something Nigeria will never believe will happen. It's getting closer. I can assure you, in honest truth, Biafra as a sovereign nation is here.
It is here.
United States government has disclosed very clearly that at this point it is going to be something that no power on earth will stop. Biafra has come. I want to celebrate at this moment with Biafrans all over the world, and I want to say in solidarity with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for the legacies he has left for the Igbo people, all over the world. Yes, the Republican senators, wrote to the American Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, who acknowledged that it has become something that there is going to be some level of concentration on Nigeria, and with proof what we are seeing today, it has become reality. Nigeria is going to experience disintegration. And even though we are hearing that Abuja, is struggling currently now with the reality and revelation that is coming from the most powerful, nation in the world. Mike Johnson, the House Speaker of United States government, has also, given an endorsement in that regard. They might not know, what is happening. A lot of people will say, how does this going to work? Of course, it is going to work very clearly. We are saying at this point in time that we do not need the criminal United Nations to step into the Biafran quest to disintegrate from Nigeria. But what we are saying is at this point is that now we are gathering a global support, a global endorsement, with revelations coming from Canada, with revelations coming from even UK themselves, can no longer do much because, the power of control has actually, left them. Even though there has been manipulation on, trying to rule Nigeria from behind the scene, control Nigeria behind the scene as a result of whatever interest they are thinking they are having. And it has become very clear now that the UK themselves has experienced the attack in one of the Jewish synagogues in the United States or in United Kingdom currently now, that prompt the Prime Minister, who is about to leave office for having supported terrorism in the Middle East, has taken a stand now that they are going to take decision over what is happening in, of course, Nigeria, in Africa, and of course, pointing at Nigeria. When they are talking about Nigeria, it is very critically clear, that the Nigeria-Biafra civil war was as a result of a religious war, was instigated, was turned, became a religious war between Muslim Nigeria and Christian Biafra. And when you are talking about the killing of Christians, it has gotten to the point. I can tell you, you can see the government of the world has been reacting. He said they have been watching development. It's not about what Bola Ahmed Tinubu went to the national TV, to indict himself. I can put it that way, because the IPOB, ESN does not share the same ideology with any terrorist organization in the world. Their ideology is specific, and what is the ideology? To stop the infiltration of jihadists, to stop killings of Christians all over the world, to make sure that they have a nation of their own where their destinies and their lives can be protected. As simple as that. That is the aim. And there's nowhere in the history of the world where we see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, carrying gun against anybody, against any carrying gun against anybody, against any tribe, against any race, against any government, anywhere in the world. Then how come? That's what the United States of America is asking Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I hope he responds to this question. How come you label, these people terrorist organization? Yes, the Southeast governors, in their quest to struggle popularity, in their quest to dismantle Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, in their quest, to whittle down the influence of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is almost controlling over 85 million. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu word has become law and order. They went as far as conniving with the late president of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, and that was the outcome of the kangaroo Islamic jihadist court in Nigeria that are still manipulating Nnamdi Kanu's freedom and right to self-determination. Till this moment, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is spending over 2,000 days in DSS custody, as I am speaking to you, for an offense he never committed. Whether they are going to release him or not, of course, the spirit of Biafra is taking over everything, everywhere. Currently now, the men on ground are not relenting for a minute. And I can tell you that it is not yet over. Nigeria will be surprised what is going to happen in the few moments from now. Yes, because the deliberations are already going on. The security agencies, the world security agencies have focused on Nigeria currently now. The Canadian government has reacted. The British government has reacted, endorsing the decision of the American Senate that Nigeria should be designated as a country of concern, meaning that every hand is on deck, things are being worked out on the ground, that Nigeria has gotten to the point of disintegration. And the reason, yes, you cannot factor that, you cannot deny that Christians are being murdered in Nigeria on a daily basis.
Viewers, if you are watching, click on the like button, drop your comment, and also share this program. Do you think it is high time US interfere in Nigerian issues? I think they are showing enormous interest because of solidarity and pressures, and development. We don't need to tell them. The American, analysts there, came out and told the whole world, that they have been watching developments in Nigeria. They think they are not watching them. They are watching them, and they are seeing how continuously over 5,000 churches has been destroyed. Close to 500,000 Christians have been murdered by these people, and it is not acceptable. And this also is what the British Prime Minister, as you have watched in this video, stated it clearly that we can no longer allow this thing to continue, signaling the peace and prosperity of what millions of Igbos all over the world has actually gone through in Nigeria. You can see the people of Kwara currently is under serious massacre, and they are heading towards the Biafran region. The Middle Belt has the same thing, because they know that that's where they can only find peace. That's what the people that can represent them, and the whole world is watching. Look at what is coming from the Mali, Senegal, Niger, and Burkina Faso, saying very clearly that they are going to, make public the list of politicians who are powering, who are destroying, who are killing, who are sponsoring
a terrorist organization. It is left for the world to know whether IPOB name is actually going to be there. Yes, whether Mazinam the canon name is going to be published by those who see the names are already in the internet, but
Daalụ nne maka isonyere anyị n'iru akwụkwọ n'ụbọchị nke taata. Ọ bụrụ na ozi anyị wetara gị dị gị mma, gbaa mbọ gbasaa ya ka o rute ụmụnna anyị n'ebe dị iche iche arụ, ma gwakwa anyị ichere na comment section. Ngwa ka ọ dị.